When you got a real heavy load, there's nothing like having the right equipment. Finally, we can get this job complete. Did you get it? Sorry. Did you get it? Anyway. And because everybody loves a good old water crossing, and I know there's someone out there going to be going, why didn't you go back through the water? That's because I was carrying TP, but this is for you. Let's get to the bench and I can show you how this is made.
And here she is. So we're at the bench and here's the trailer. And you can see it's largely an aluminium construction. And I'll just remove one of these plates, which is it's quite simply velcroed on. And so these are just plywood, painted black with grip strip and a 3D printed block. And as you can see, it's a ladder chassis and they're just bolted together with these plastic plates to help stop any slippage. And this little setup here is to balance out the suspension, or where the suspension sits. And as you can see, there's some flex in there side to side for a roll, and the bed on top of the carriage, and a good amount of, although more, deflection one way than the other. And it's a fairly novel setup. So as you can see under here, the carriage is made from they're two plastic rear differentials from the HG, the original 8x8 HG602, I think, off Banggood, and they're super cheap, and they actually make quite a good trailer axle. And I'd almost be tempted to use them for other trailer axles because they are quite cheap to get, and the internal parts aren't too bad quality. They're pretty good. These are then held together with, I'm not sure what to term them, but turnbuckles across the bottom, and then at the top we've got which is probably easier to see from here, there is a post-tensioned aluminium bar and a 3mm threaded rod running between the two, and the setup of washers to make sure that there's a nice firm grip on the plastic of the two differentials or differential housings. And then the shock towers are 3D printed, as are the turnbuckles, or whatever you want to call them. Insert word here. And that's pretty well it. It's inspired by, you know, normal classic Duel setup in a way, and then just went with what I had on hand and played about, and that's what I ended up with. And it's pretty solid trailer. The box on here is unfinished. It's just got a tape hinge at the moment, and that holds a couple of straps, and they're just plaited 3mm bungee cord. And the hitch here is 3D printed, ABS, and then pressed together with a a ring-ended bolt. These are cosmetic. They don't actually really do anything. I mean, they pin it if it was to slip, but the geometry of the frame here is is prohibitive of this coming off, and it's been no problems thus far. Classic A frame into the chassis, and you can see where it's attached there, just 2 bolts, and that is pretty much that. Yeah, made it in an afternoon, and it was a fun little project. Actually, it took me more than an afternoon, sorry. Made the tray in an afternoon, and then I printed all this off, stuck all that together, and I think trailers are quite an enjoyable thing to make. And then this hitch is, again, it's a Binamy hitch off a boat, and it's super useful, and you will see that in use in the road train video. And it can take quite a weight. It's got adjustable suspension. It's a pain in the ass to adjust it. You got to twist this thing under here. You got to twist that there. If you can see that, I hope you can. But it can take. So with the suspension as loose as it is, I'll get a good angle there for you. You see the rear. In the front there has been pressed flat. And so the spring system here I had to set in because it was just lying flat. Let me just put this back on. So the idea behind having that Velcro there is simply to allow me to make up my mind as to what to do in the future, and I'll show you one of the sort of ideas I was messing around with just for, giggles. But back to what I was saying. So this was pressing all the way up and sitting flat in here, or all the way back like that and sitting back there. And so you can see that these are plastic, and these arms here are aluminium. Now can't remember 100% why I did that. I made this quite a little while ago, but I believe that I went with all of this kind of setup, and it was breaking, so I went for the aluminium setup with a stronger, a thicker, down here. Now, plans for it. What plans have I got for it? I got a couple. As you can see here, there is a box. And what's in the box? Well, in the box, actually should plug and power the box. So quickly, that's the lights, or the light that's in there. I don't know if it works still. And that's the servo. battery fell out. 1 second, I'm just going to move this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll just have to touch that. It's really annoying. As you can see, it's got a door. It lowers itself. So inside here is just a simple wound mechanism. Let me get the other camera here. As you can see, just a little simple wound mechanism running on some the thread inside paracord, and it pulls it up. And the door is spring loaded, and that sits exactly across. It also used to sit on the 8x8's rear tray. And let me get a nice little shot set up for the other camera of me closing it. And let me close that up for you. Sorry about the stuttering at the start, that was me. Anyway, so that's that there. This is just a first one that fit on the truck, and this could sit like so. Oops, break the wiring. This could sit like so. And then a load at the rear, or other way around, because you're meant to carry. Does it work like that on a trailer, or is that a tray back? I can't remember right at the moment. So that is the dual axle trailer, and it's a big trailer. It's not a small trailer, but it's designed to carry a load, and let's go have a look at it carrying a load.
And there we go, that is the double axle trailer. Here is a bit of slow motion of the trailer carriage articulation for you. And while we're watching that, that was just over 5.5 kilograms of sand it brought up there. I weighed it up afterwards, and that's going to be used to cover the micro rock crawlers diorama. My future plans for the trailer are to add running lights, a wiring harness and connection for power to connection to the truck for power and control, and I would like to add some hinge drop ramps at the back. I would also like to put on some sort of mounting system for the box, for the doored box I showed you, and that at the moment is about it. You might have noticed that I've also added that front box there for micro equipment. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you liked the video. If you have any questions about the trailer, how I constructed it, what materials I've used in it, I would be happy to answer those. And if I get enough of them, I will make another trailer with the same construction method and make a video of it for you. Anyway, like I said, if you did like the video, please subscribe and hit that like button. I hope you have a great day out there and stay safe.